How's it going, gamers? It's BB, you're watching my RSL channel, and I just picked myself up a merry offer, which was literally on sale for $19.99. You get 2 Primal Shards, 1 Sacred Shard, and 3 Ancient Shards, and you get yourself a nice little avatar frame. Frosty and festive. I'm all about aesthetics, guys, so for me, that was a no-brainer. Of course, I'm gonna pay $19.99 for that.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
Let's check the portal. All right, looking good, guys. We're collecting them slowly and surely. Now, today we're gonna be diving back in campaign, you guys, and I gotta show you my progress. I am 2 months into the game, and I have cleared everything up until stage 6 Voldemort Street.
Voldemort.
I haven't got all of my stars yet, especially if I go back here to Fenwin's Gate.
What did you say?
Felwin's Gate. I've done a 3-star on the boss. I can for sure get stars here. But today, you guys, I'm going to be talking about how I got here, how long it took me to get to Nightmare,
It's been 84 years.
and how you guys can do it too. Because it is actually quite simple.
It's easy.
Let's get right into it, you guys. Let's waste no more time and talk about the top 10 things you need to know about campaign to make it to Nightmare in your first month of playing Raid Shadow Legends. Your first job will be to level up your starter champion up to level 60, get him fully ascended or her. Again, I don't know how many times I'm going to repeat myself, but Kayle is ultimately the best starter champion, and if you picked Kayle, you'll notice that he does a great job as a campaign farmer.
He's the best.
Which campaign farmer is a term that we use for a champion that you use purely in campaign to get you through the multiple stages with their AoEs. Usually that is a nuker, usually that is someone who has only AoE attacks. In your case, if you started with Kayle, that's your best case scenario for a campaign farmer. So you're gonna level up Kayle up to level 60, you're gonna send him fully, you're gonna try and awaken him, those red stars that you see, and you're gonna see that your 60 level Kayle, even if you don't have any blessings on him, if you've just ascended him, he can comfortably solo Brutal on his own.
No sweat.
And I will show you. I haven't really changed anything on him since the beginning except maybe 2 or 3 artifacts. But ultimately, what I mean is that Kayle is still in my starter build. It's very appropriate for me to show you that he can solo stage 12 in Brutal perfectly comfortably.
And every word of it is true.
Of course, we do need to beat stage 7 of Voldemort Straight Nightmare just because I'm curious if we can do it. I don't think we have... Well, Kayle died. I'm curious to see if my champions will do just fine without him. And as you can see, Nightmare is no child's play.
Wait, for real? For real, for real.
Even if you get to Nightmare, it's gonna take you a little while to be able to clear Nightmare. You know what I mean? I'm talking about just getting there. I'm helping you guys get there, y'all beginners. Because I've been there. I know the pain. Okay, Helicat has his block damage up. We're not taking any damage. Did they steal our block damage? No, they also have block damage? Everyone has block damage? Why? That's dangerous.
It's barbaric.
Thank God it's Helicat because he's the only one who can beat through that block damage buff, which is okay. Oh my God.
Oh my god!
This is scary. Now he has no protection. We still have unkillable, well, block damage. Poison is fine. Poison is not a very scary debuff for us right now. That was a lot of heal. I think we got it, even with his efforts to heal. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, nothing to worry about here, you guys. But here, let me show you how Kayle comfortably solos Brutal Brimstone Path. Let's say stage 3. Stage 3 because shields drop here, and I'll just sell them for a little bit of extra cash. And I'm gonna choose food champions. These are my Relic Keeper fusibles. So I'll just level up some of these guys.
Level up!
Here. 1 hit, Kayle is done. 2nd hit, half of them are done. Even if your champions, your full champions die, it's whatever. You don't need them to be alive. Last round, Kayle is gonna take care of them even if they die. They don't really do much, but Kayle? There. As easy as that, as simple as that. So, the only way to really make this work with Kayle is to build him in a lifesteal set, which is my other tip for you guys. So what the lifesteal set does is it heals you some of the damage that you do to your champions. And that is quite helpful for Kayle because homie has so many multiple hitters and he heals every time a hit lands on an enemy. So lifesteal is going to help you in your Kayle sustain yourselves. When Kayle is your only campaign farmer, when you don't really have other supporting champions, when he's your only good champion on your team, lifesteal is gonna get you a little bit of that sustenance. And then when you get to Nightmare, you can consider rebuilding your KO, because by that time you're going to have someone on your team who can sustain your champions better than the lifesteal set. And you can add a little bit of extra damage there to your KO through artifact sets. So for a campaign team in the beginning, you're not super concerned about what kind of champions, what type of skills, but what you care about is just bringing your strongest champions on your team. To be fair, in the first month, you don't really have a lot of array of choice of champions to pick from.
Listen, we had no choice.
So it's good to just go for your strongest champions.
Me! Pick me!
And if we started with a promo code, like a beginner promo code, the ones that you can apply 24 to 48 hours after you set up an account, you can get yourself your very own legendary champions that way for free. I think currently you can get Loki, you can get maybe Monkey Kong. It might not be active anymore, but I know for sure that you can get Loki for free. And if you start your adventure fresh with a brand new account with Raid Shadow Legends, you can start your game with Corrado Fox Hunter. You guys just click on my promo link, which you can find in the description box below. Set up a brand new account with Plarium Play. Go through the tutorial. You have to do it on the PC. You have to play the game through the PC browser of Plarium. And you have to set up the account with a brand new email, otherwise it won't work. When you complete all these steps, you plug in the game, run the tutorial, Corrado will be waiting for you in your inbox, and on top of that, as you level up in progress on your account at level 40, 45, and 50, you're gonna unlock Fane, Romero, and Vergus, and those are 4 free champions just for signing up with my promo link, man. Jump on that offer, and you'll have no problem combating campaign at any point of your journey. Later down the line, you're gonna be pulling soul stones, right? You're gonna try and find champions that have as many AoE skills as possible. If possible, all of their skills to be AoEs, like Bellower. Shout out Bellower, is a great campaign farmer just because all 3 of his skills are AoE attacks. Just as vitally important as AoE attacks are crowd control debuffs. Anything like here we have Corrado bringing in a block active skills, which is quite important every once in a while. Another couple that are really important are freeze, stun, sleep. Any of these can buy you some time and save you some damage taken during campaign farming.
Good to know.
And descending down the stages, another important, let's say, role on your team to have is a reviver. Just in case something goes wrong and your strongest champion dies, your campaign farmer dies, you want to have the option to revive them. Now Ugo here, the one that I have on my team, revives every ally if she's the last one standing on the team. That's her conditionality, so I need to bring her HP up the highest so she can inevitably always be the last one to die on my team, so she can revive everyone with half of their HP and half of their turn meter already full.
Neat.
Another good option for a reviver that you're gonna get very early on in your game for free is Shaman. I think she's like a 7-day login reward or 14 days or something like that. You're gonna get her very early on. She's not the best reviver, nor the best champion in the game at all. Actually, she kind of low-key sucks.
You suck! You suck!
But Shaman is gonna get you a decent job done in the beginning when you don't have a reviver. Now, if you're wondering how your progress is moving, oh, we got a reward here. These are very important. These should be your motivation, the rewards here on the very bottom. You should be tracking your campaign progress with your Arbiter mission progress. You should be kind of paralleling them. You should be moving them together. What am I saying? Basically, your campaign progress should be somewhat parallel to your Arbiter mission's progress. Here, you're gonna see in earn 3 stars on stage 7 on Godfrey's Crossing on Brutal. This is the 3rd pip. So you want to get down to that 4th pip as soon as you can, because until then, all these campaign missions that you end up doing are just retroactive and they'll sit done, and that's some good progress done already on your Arbiter missions, just sitting and waiting. The only thing that has really set me back until I get these 2 legendary skill tomes are the keeps, the dungeon missions, because I have to wait for about a week sometimes for one of these keeps to open. The arena missions also take a little while. I'm waiting to upgrade my affinity bonus to level 4 during a clan versus clan. Until then, I am patiently stacking up on silver medals and I'm slowly moving up to gold. I saw you guys commented in the comment section that you think that I can do gold at this point of my gameplay, so I trust you.
Don't let me down.
And I will push for gold. I've changed my defense to some solid manpower, right? And now we're actually starting to win some defense battles, which is great. But that is a sure way to secure your spot and not fall below the moment you like wake up in the morning and you go and check your arena and you're suddenly one whole rank down. How does this happen? Well, your defense is weak.
Facts.
But this is a good tactic to stay in silver and bronze for as long as you can, you guys. Because until you level up these pips up to level 5, 6, you're probably going to be kind of naturally in silver anyway. But those are the 2 Arbiter missions that you should be looking out for. And all of these campaign missions are retroactive. And I'm sorry for opening bracket like this, but I thought it was important to mention. Now, if you're stuck on some level, anywhere, right? If you're stuck on any of these, just consider rebuilding your campaign farmer. Checking out whether one of your champions that you have on your team or your main farmer have a mismatch somewhere in artifacts. That is the main reason why most people's champions just won't hit as hard as they should or can, because they've just equipped them with crappy artifacts.
I should not have said that.
I'm talking 1-2 star artifacts, leveled up all the way up to level 12 and 16. I'm talking flat stats on gauntlets and chest plates, anything but speed as a main stat on boots and stuff like this, right? Stuff like this, little mistakes do add up in the long run. So if you see that for some reason you're not making progress and it doesn't make sense in your head, check out your builds. You might have missed out on something, and it's good to watch a few, people like us, people that kind of, that's their job. That's what we do, you guys, to teach you how to play this game while teaching myself how to play this game. But usually why your champions suck isn't because you can't play the game, it's because you've equipped them the wrong way.
Right, got it.
Now, once you reach Brutal with Kale, he can solo all stages comfortably. You're gonna want to get in the habit of farming for food. And what I mean by this, almost as soon as you hit Nightmare Campaign, and you progress in dungeons as well, you get some good artifacts from Dragon, from Spider, you're gonna get some Ancient Shards, and you're gonna start pulling some good champions.
I promise.
You don't want them all to be stuck on level 40 and level 50 forever. The real difference, as you already learned with Kale or any of your starter champions, whoever your starter champion was, getting someone up to level 60 is crucial. Unlocking their masteries is crucial.
Crucial?
Ascending them, blessing them, completely changes the whole performance of the champion, right? You might think that they suck up until level 40, and then as you rise them up to level 50, you see that the game has completely changed. Start farming for food so you can start leveling up your champions the moment you get them, and at least make that grind a little bit easier for you. Predict it a little bit in advance, because it is one of the most tedious things you will be doing in the game. Let's not, sugarcoat it. Let's not lie to one another. Food farming is tedious and it sucks and it's boring, but it feels oh so satisfying to finally level up your champions to level 60 and watch them properly smack.
Worth it.
The last tip that I'll give you guys, and you'll notice this a lot once you hit Brutal, and once you get to Nightmare and you realize that's a bit of a big spoon. Progress plateaus are normal. Progress plateaus should not discourage you guys. It is very normal for you to kind of get leveled out and stay in one place for a little while.
Remember that? It's all natural.
Especially while you level up your strong champions up to level 60. That food grind that I just talked about, you guys, that food grind on Brimstone Path that you're gonna go through might feel like a progress plateau. You might feel like you're stuck, but you're not actually stuck. Every single leveling up that you've done on any single food champion, it's all in the name of the progress. You have to remember that.
So-called name of progress?
Some days you'll just be stuck on Brimstone or on Dragon, and it is for the greater good. It is for your progress sake. So just remember that. Don't get discouraged. Just keep grinding. Trust the process. Marathon, not a race. Remember? The hardest weeks of gameplay are the first 2-3 weeks. Afterwards, and I promise you, leveling up your starter champion up to level 60 has a lot to do with that, but things just get so much easier. So good luck out there, gamers. Good luck out in real life as well.
You'll need it.
Me 2025 with your chest forward, your chin up high, hydrated,
Take your vitamins.
with enough electrolytes in your system to run a marathon. I'll see you guys again in the next episode. Bye!